The Score, the place for local sports, now presents another live local broadcast of high school sports. No one does more live local play-by-play than The Score does. Local Sports on The Score is brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire, Battery, and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Connected Credit Union, building lifelong relationships. Get connected, stay connected. KVFCU, invested in you. Skowhegan Savings Bank, making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Tire Center, they beat any price. Route 201 Skowhegan. Flagship Cinemas, a better cinema experience. See you at the movies. KMD Driving School in Oakland, teaching your kids to drive for over 25 years. SBS Carbon Copy, Main Street, Waterville, where printing is personal, not puzzling. Manchester Motors, your Coyote tractor dealer. We dig dirt. Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Computer Improvements in Skowhegan. From sales of computers and accessories to service, we are your go-to computer store. Heights Chevrolet in Skowhegan. Our family is here for your family. Your team from your town plays here. Now with a play-by-play, here's Mike Violet and A.J. Knight.
Tonight from Chile Veterans Field here in Oakland at Messalonsky High School, The Score brings you live coverage of Class B North Field hockey, and a good one, too, between the Nomads from Lawrence, the Lawrence Bulldogs, and the Gardiner Tigers. Welcome to our broadcast. I'm Mike Violet. He is A.J. Knight, and this is a part of the field in Class B North of about 6 teams, I think, that you could throw a blanket over that are all pretty even with each other. These Gardiner Tigers and Lawrence Bulldogs. Lawrence 8-2-1, Gardiner 9-2. Not much to choose between the two. They both have a star on their side, so we have star power here, and they both have a very good roster as well, backing them up.
Yeah, we've seen both teams twice. Both teams have split in the 2 games that we have seen them. Lawrence lost at Skowhegan, beat Coney. Gardiner lost at Coney, beat MCI. Which real quick shout out to MCI because they play everybody tough and they're a great team. A lot of common opponents, but the funny thing is, you mentioned stars. We got Gabby Sousa, who's the UMaine commit for Gardiner, and of course Maddie Niles coming off the big achievement, scoring her 100th career goal.
Going to Merrimack.
We have seen 4 combined games with those 2 players, and they have totaled in the 4 games you and I have seen an assist.
That's it.
That is it.
That is it. So for all that star power, Maddie Niles, no goals, no assists. Nope. Gabby Sousa, no goals, 1 assist. Combined 4 games that we've seen them. Truly remarkable. But I mentioned there are about 6 teams in Class B North that you could probably flip a coin as to who is going to end up coming out of Class B North. We saw Coney last night take on Belfast, go out to a 2-0 lead, and then Belfast scored 6 straight, beat them 6-3. So you just never know. And this is a matchup tonight. I know in talking to Shauna Robinson, the Lawrence coach, she said, man, I would love to have that Skowhegan game back because it was there for us. We only lost 1-0. It was there for us.
Yeah, I mean, 1-0 game. Offense didn't really get going. To be fair, Skowhegan does that to a lot of teams, but I wasn't expecting much more than maybe a 2-1 game, and I'm kind of curious because You and I had the Coney Gardiner game. Abby Morrill really took over that game. She was the player of the game. They win 5-3. And then we had Coney Lawrence. Lawrence wins that game 2-1. Kiara Day scores 2 goals in the second half, both of them off penalty corners. And so, just to your point, them, Skowhegan, you could throw a blanket over Central. I said at the beginning of the season, I've said it a couple times since then, if you play field hockey in Central Maine, good luck, because they're just a loaded area for field hockey.
It's the best field hockey in the state in about a 25-mile radius. Now Mount Blue's playing great in Western Maine. Nokomis is tough. MCI is tough. We all know about Skowhegan, Lawrence, Messalonskee, Coney, Gardiner. You can throw a dart and you're going to hit a good team in Central Maine. Lawrence has won 4 of their last 5. The only bump was the 1-0 loss to the Skowhegan Riverhawks, 10-1 last time out over Oceanside, where Maddie Niles scored 5 goals, including career goal number 400 for her. Meanwhile, for the Gardiner Tigers, I had a senior moment there. They are playing well as well. They have won 4 of 5 as well. The only loss, a 1-0 loss to one of those really good teams in Class B North, Levitt.
Yeah, and so a lot of common opponents here. Both these teams have played Levitt, Coney, Morse, Winslow, Mount View, Oceanside, MCI, and Erskine Academy. In those 8 games for each of them, Gardner 6-2. They've outscored them 49-9. Lawrence is 7-1. They've outscored them 46-8. Lawrence gets the win against Coney that Gardner doesn't have. But, again, 49 goals scored in those 8 games to 46 for Lawrence, 9 given up for Gardner, 8 given up for Lawrence. Right, like you said, right there, dead even.
After the game tonight, we'll pick our Flagship Cinemas Score Player of the Game. Flagship Cinemas, consistent pricing and a premium cinema experience. That player will get the swag bag from Central Maine Community College with a ticket to go to the movies to Flagship Cinemas. Also the Score t-shirt and the fabulous Score Player of the Game keychain. That's all coming up after the game. The Flagship Cinemas Score Player of the Game. Teams on the field going through their pregame warm-ups. By the time we get started, temperature's probably going to be about 45 degrees. Thankfully, there is no wind tonight, so that is not a factor here for this one. We will take a timeout, come back with more of our pregame show from Messalonskee High School in Oakland right after this on The Score.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher,
an HVAC technician,
pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect,
physical therapist,
I'm going to be a lawyer,
or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
a machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer,
an athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. Our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight's back here live at Veterans Field in Oakland as we get ready for Lawrence Gardiner field hockey here tonight, talking to Shauna Robinson. One thing that she pointed out as we take a look at some of the Lawrence highlights from earlier this year that we've had on The Score in the 2 games that we've had, she talked about goalie play here tonight, thinking it's going to be really, really important because both teams really get to the net. Both teams have the stars in Sousa and Niles. Both really can pound the net. So goaltending is going to be huge tonight.
Well, not a coincidence, I think, in my opinion. You watch the Lawrence highlights now, you're going to see a lot of Stewart. We already ran through the Gardner highlights. You saw a lot of Kroll. And again, we've seen them. We talk about the 2-star players not statistically showing up in the 4 combined games we have had. They've played some tough teams. Skowhegan both played Coney. Again, we talk about those are tough teams that are going to have their own say in defensively, but the highlights for both of these teams are filled up with their goalies, and I think they're going to be both huge again tonight.
So it is field hockey under the lights tonight here from Veterans Field in Oakland. Tonight's home for the Lawrence Bulldogs. The Bulldogs 8-2-1. The Gardiner Tigers 9-2. We are back with field hockey under the lights from Oakland after this on The Score.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Mid-State Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Mid-State Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
At Haight Chevrolet in Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Haight Chevy. Haight Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Haight family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a bi-weekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835, 465-4835, or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
For the safety of you and your family, 201 Tire Battery and Service on Riverside Drive in Vassalboro offers only the best and most reliable tires and batteries, including used batteries for your ride, cars, motorcycles, and more. And tires for everything. Tractors, lawnmowers, your car and truck, custom rims? Yup, of course. Open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 until 5, Friday till 3. Pet friendly with free battery testing and complimentary ice cream. 201 Tire Battery and Service on the Augusta-Vassalboro line.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost. And for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades, and Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack-of-all-trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder, or a farmer, or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
My dad's a real hero. Not like a superhero or anything. More like a regular dad kind of hero. 'Cause every weekend, even when the weather's bad and it's super snowy, he always gets us there safe.
They don't know how you do it. All they know is that you care.
See Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201, Skowhegan.
Mike Violet, AJ Knights back here live at Veterans Field in Oakland for field hockey under the lights tonight between the Gardiner Tigers and I want to say the Messalonskee Eagles, but the Lawrence Bulldogs. Tonight's game's brought to you by Central Maine Community College, more than just a community college with over 40 academic degrees and certificates, one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now at CMCC. Lawrence and the Whites with the blue numerals, and the Gardiner Tigers will come out in the black and orange, the black jerseys and the orange skirts. And we are just about to set to go. It'll be Abby Stewart down to our right in goal for the Lawrence Bulldogs, and Avery Kroll will go down and play goal to our left for the Gardiner Tigers in a big, big matchup. A lot of heel points on the line here in this one.
That's an understatement. Just say Lawrence, normally when it comes to our YouTube poll or YouTube comment section, comes out with a strong showing. Starting slow tonight, Gardiner 58%. It's been trending down, but in our poll of who do our viewers think is going to win, 58% say Tigers get the dub.
Tigers 9-2, third in the latest heel points. Lawrence 8-1. They're sixth in the latest heel points. But those top six teams, Belfast, Levitt, Gardiner, Nokomis, Coney, Lawrence, all really, really good. And we are underway.
I mean, it's a testament to what you said that Lawrence at 8-1 is sixth.
It's amazing. All right. Gardiner with the ball, controlling here. I believe this is Sousa. Yes, it is. Gabby Sousa headed to the University of Maine, wearing number 16. Sousa drives it down inside the circle. The shot kicked away there by Abby Stewart with authority. Just underway here in Oakland, under the lights at Veterans Field, as Lawrence continues its nomadic run through Class B North. They have played in Winslow. They have played at Thomas College. They've played at Colby College. They've played here. I think that completes the circuitous route that they've had this year for 2024. All through that, though, they played some very good field hockey, and they get it on the restart here. Here comes Lawrence.
Most importantly for the Bulldogs, not grass.
No, and they have not played well on the stuff that horses can eat. As that one rolls out, that's an amazing stat. You keep coming up with these pearls every single game.
Credit where credit is due. That's Coach. Coach pointed that. Or I think you told me, but I think Coach gave you the indication.
You're right. So, all right. So I got to pat myself on the back.
That one's
here.
you.
I forgot that another senior moment. I'm telling you, I need the Prevagen. We've got to get me a Prevagen endorsement. I need one. If Jamie Lee Curtis can get a Prevagen endorsement, so can I. We're about the same age, right?
I think you're younger.
No. She's way better looking, and that's the most important thing. All right, that's out far side. Lawrence ball. Lawrence, of course. Maddie Niles wearing number 3, 102 career goals now after the 7-goal night the other night. So that 100 mark is now behind her. Look at the stick handling there from Addie Battis. That was a piece of work. Up looking for Niles. It's picked off by Gardiner, and the Tigers able to work it out toward midfield. Now swept in by Gardiner, far sideline, and that is going to make it out of bounds.
One of the things different between these two, Lawrence has been really stingy defensively. I think they've only given up more than 2 goals in a game twice. But the counter to that is that this Lawrence team, despite, like you talked about, Niles having a 7-goal game, at times can just kind of be shut down.
Yeah. Here comes Lawrence. They get it ahead. Back-checking Sousa, though. Also back there is Avery McMaster. And I mentioned earlier that Taylor Hebert is out. She is not feeling well, has been ill. In fact, there has been some sort of plague that has been going through the Gardiner team, so several of their players have been sick this week. So,
well, we saw this past week, too. Both Lawrence and Meso mentioned that they had players dealing with illness.
All right, there's a shot that gets inside, and that is kicked out of there by Kroll. And are we going to get our first penalty corner of the game? We are. And it belongs to Lawrence. So a penalty corner, the first one of the game, and Lawrence will have it. Gardiner stacks the net, and here we go. From the left side of the cage, here is the deal. Back out front, Niles lets it fly. It's deflected, and it rolls out. So they're able to get the ball to whom they wanted to, but not able to get the shot directly on net. Now they're going to give it to Lawrence. Actually, they're going to give it to the Bulldogs out at the 25. Here's Kira Day. Day's an outstanding player for Lawrence this year. Restart for Day. Day rolls it down. It's stopped right at the 20-yard line. She'll get a restart. Day looking it over. Day, it pops up into the air, rolls to the right of the cage, still loose there. Niles is inside, and we're going to get another penalty corner for Lawrence.
And worth noting, Day, I think for Lawrence, we talked about how prolific Maddie Niles is. Day was their player of the game in the victory over Coney, but I think Lawrence is going to need somebody else, a few players step up, take some of the heat off her so she can get some of that attention off.
Niles around the circle, third from the farthest. Sweep goes by Battis. The shot or a pass inside, and that is going to go to the Gardiner Tigers.
Yeah, I think that rolled up on the top of the stick, and you can't play it with any other part than that face.
So Gardiner will get the ball here. We are almost 5 minutes into the first period. Glad to have you with us tonight for field hockey under the lights here at Veterans Field in Oakland between the Lawrence Bulldogs and the Gardiner Tigers, two of the best in Class B North. These two teams hoping to go deep and expect to go deep into the postseason. Battis to Niles, missed the pass. Ahead of the pack, though, for Lawrence was Dixon. She couldn't do anything with it, and it rolled out, and it's going to be another penalty corner for Lawrence.
Good sign for the Bulldogs, racking up 3 quick ones here just over, 5 minutes into the first quarter.
Mia Dixon will distribute. Niles is the first one in the circle, and now they're going to go other side. So they will go to the left. Niles is going to stay way over on the other side. They got something up their sleeve here. She goes right to the net. The shot is right there. There's Niles right on the doorstep, but a bouncing ball, and she couldn't sweep it home. She had to become a baseball player there.
0-1 count. Yeah, a whistle before that, so even if she got a piece of it, wouldn't have counted because it went against the Bulldogs. But a nice setup there, especially because putting Niles so far away, you're going to make the defense have to make a little bit of a choice.
You knew that something was up there with Niles being where she was. And lo and behold, that was, in fact, the case. 8:50 to go in the first. No score. Lawrence has 3 penalty corners to none for Gardiner, and the Bulldogs have dominated territorially, too. All right, back it goes. Peyton Cole. Cole sweeps it up, blocked. Sousa. Gabby Sousa stripped and stolen. Inside looking for Niles, and that was broken up by a good defensive play there by Taryn Nichols.
Yeah, and then right there on the backside, you said Nichols initially, then they go backside, and a good job defensively there. Looked like it was going to be a really good opportunity for Lawrence and for Martin.
All right, Lawrence gets it here. Restart as the ball rolled out of bounds. Here's Jai Ko. Works it back, and now for the Lawrence Bulldogs, Grace Gagnon. Gagnon lost it to Gardiner. Tigers get it ahead, and a breakout here. Brindley Chasen. Chasen has speed. Chasen down the right side being chased by Gagnon. Gagnon slowed her down. Chasen comes back with it. Gagnon picks her pocket.
Nice job. Try to go 5-hole.
Gagnon slides it ahead. Able to get it up to McKenna Martin. Martin in the middle. Niles is ahead of the pack, but it's swept away by Taryn Nichols.
And how about that? Nichols had a teammate there, but as opposed to just passing it and leaving it in danger, she just, I'm throwing this away. We know that's the game Gardiner wants to play. We saw a track meet against Coney.
Halfway through the first, no score. Lawrence, their attack has been relentless so far. One brief outing into the Lawrence zone by Gardiner, but that's been it. And it's going to go to the Tigers. Far side. Davin Swindle. She had a good game the last time we saw Gardiner.
I think she scored 2 goals in the game against MCI, but ended up being Zoe Sullivan-Brenneman because she had the helpers on both and then put one in herself.
Yes. I haven't called ZSB's name yet. Has she been out there? See if we can see number 4.
Yep, there she is. She's right on the right side of the ball right there.
So she is out there. Here's Battis weaving through traffic. Battis played it back to Day. Kira Day avoids a check there by Chasen. Rolls it up. Sousa knocks it down. Gabby Sousa. Boy, Gardner would like to see her get untracked. Back it goes, and it's stopped there on the far side by Peyton Cole. Cole up the far side, out near the Gardner bench.
And Lawrence, we know Gardner, again, wants to get up and down the field, really wants to make that long pass and get transition going. Just not getting opportunities. Lawrence clogging those passing lanes and just bogging down the possession.
Aerial there, knocked down by Sousa. Sousa can't break out with it. Sousa comes back to it, though. Sousa now has it and curls it up. Sousa smacks it up, looking for Chase, and it's too far ahead. That'll go back to Lawrence.
Chase on trying to knock that one down, just couldn't quite reach out and do so. Actually, it was ZSB.
5:40 left first period. No score. Lawrence and Gardner from Messalonsky High in Oakland. Swept out by Niles. Kept in, though. Now, accidentally, it goes to Mia Dixon. Dixon over midfield, but there's a lot of Tigers there, and Gardner's able to take it away.
Lucky it wasn't. I was going to say, lucky it wasn't a costly turnover. Threw it right to Dixon, just trying to back it up.
Yep, Tigers had numbers back. Whoops. I think that was Peyton Cole over there on the far side, slipped and went down awkwardly. Looks like she's all right, though.
I'll say, no, it did sprinkle a little bit. And again, before this, Messalonsky played Brunswick, both varsity and JV.
Yeah, Messo beat Brunswick, by the way, 2-0 in the varsity game. The JV game was 1-0 for Messalonsky. But Messo beating Brunswick, that's a big win for the Eagles.
Just another testament, like you said, how good field hockey is.
Yep. Battis in traffic. Restart. Addy rolls it up, slowed down at midfield by Nichols. Nichols plays it back to a teammate. No score between Gardner and Lawrence. That's out on the Lawrence bench. And it'll be a Lawrence ball at midfield.
You wonder, too, Mike, talking about the possession established by Lawrence, how much that Herbert absence is messing with the defense and the clearing of the Tigers, too.
No question about it. Taylor Hebert being out is a huge, huge factor. There's a steal by Lawrence as Sousa was trying to go in. Lawrence with Niles ahead of the pack and unable to get it to her with the pass was Addie Battis. Now scooped up far side by Nichols. Nichols goes down low. Nichols to Davin Swindles. Swindles trying to get it to the circle. They've not got it in there as of yet. We got a stoppage here.
I think they hit a Lawrence leg, so it's going to be a restart here just outside the circle for the Tigers.
All right, just about 20 yards away on the far side. And let's see. Gardner turned back. Nichols, though, able to intercept the pass intended for Niles. Sousa turns, shoots. It rolls through, still loose in the crease, and it's rolling away. And are we going to get a penalty corner? We are. Gardner will get their first penalty corner of the game to 3 for Lawrence.
That one stayed alive there and right in front of Stewart for a while.
So Abby Stewart will see some work here. Gardner hopes as the masks are donned by the Lawrence Bulldogs. All right, out it goes to the top. Looking for Sousa. The back pass to Sousa. The shot is blocked in front by a Gardner player, and it's rolled wide. Tigers had a good opportunity there on the penalty corner, and the ball rolled wide.
I think that was ZSB who was the one that tracked that down and just rolled it wide. She's been a good player for the Tigers this season.
Niles playing defense. Gets it over to Battis. They're going to give it to Battis on the restart here. Battis Belts it all the way into the zone. We've got a foot race here. Is this Niles? No, it is not. It is 4. It is Piper Carter. They get it over on the other side to Niles, but we've got a whistle. Check that. It's Mia Dixon and a penalty corner coming here for the Lawrence Bulldogs as Piper Carter came into the picture, number 4, and really pushed the issue there.
That Carter just couldn't quite run with that. She had to reach back and sort of drag it, slow down. They get the penalty corner, but had a chance there for possibly a 2-on-1.
Dixon will put it into play. No score. 1:45 left in the first. They're waiting for the Gardiner players to be ready with the masks, and they are. Here's Dixon. Dixon slides it back. That's Battis. Battis trying to go in the circle. Does get inside the circle. The shot by Day is blocked. The ball is loose, and it pops out and goes out of bounds on the far side.
Day tried to thread that through. I thought initially shot got stopped defensively, and then the shot, not much on it, but the shot then comes from Dixon.
Quick restart by Lawrence as Addie Battis brought it in. It's blown dead, and it's going to go to Gardiner. Here's Taryn Nichols with 1:05 left in the first. Gardiner breaks out down the far side. Chasen with 3 up. The pass may be too far, maybe not. Coming out, Stewart kicks it out of there. Abby Stewart did what she had to do there, AJ, and that's get out of the net.
Yeah, that one just threaded just a little bit too far. Had both ZSB and Chasen trying to chase it down. Just ends up in the middle of both of them.
Day clears it in. It bounces over to the far side. Lawrence able to work it up. Stop there. Clear it up to midfield. Jumping up, though, for the Lawrence Bulldogs is Peyton Cody. Cody, Sousa trying to reach it. She does. Gabby Sousa stops, makes a nice cut, splits a double team. Sousa sweeps it up. It's blocked. Good defense by Lawrence. Bulldogs can't clear. Now it's going to be picked up by Mia Dixon. Dixon with 13 seconds left. Dixon fans and sweeps one up. Trying to get it there to Carter. Carter couldn't use it. And Gardiner's going to be able to run the clock out here in the first period as Avery McMaster burns the final few seconds. That is it. At the end of 1, there is no score. Lawrence nothing, Gardiner nothing. You're watching and listening to high school field hockey on The Score.
Refi your ride at Connected Credit Union. Lower your current rate by as much as 1.5% and earn up to $300 cash back when you refinance your auto or recreational loan with us. This offer ends November 15th. Contact our loan team today for your best deal or apply online at connectedcreditunion.org. Get connected, stay connected. Federally insured by the NCUA. Member eligibility required. Consult with a loan officer for more information.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and the Score crew back here live at Veterans Field in Oakland. No score between the Lawrence Bulldogs and the Gardiner Tigers here at the end of 1. A day off tomorrow, a rare fall day off for us. We are absolutely quiet tomorrow, but back at it over the weekend with a double dip of high school football. Friday night, it's Messalonski at Skowhegan at 7. Saturday afternoon, Wells at Winslow at 1. All games here on CentralMainSports.com, 1160thescore.com, YouTube at Central Main Sports.
It'll take you just a brief second here because there's no goals, but of course, first quarter breakdown.
Oh, thank you very much for reminding about that first quarter breakdown. Brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. No goals to show you, no goals to recap. 3-1 penalty corners in favor, 4-1 penalty corners in favor of the Lawrence Bulldogs. First quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan.
Yeah, each goalie with 2 saves apiece. The lone advantage number, like you said, 4-1 penalty corner advantage for the Bulldogs.
All right, play underway, far side. Gardiner on the restart here. We'll bring it in. Tigers have won 4 or 5. Lawrence has won 4 or 5. Now they're going to give it to Lawrence on the restart.
Yeah, like you said, with 8-2-1 Bulldog season, 6th in the heel points. That's just how deep the Class B is.
Just iron. There is no easy game anywhere on the schedule. All right, Gardiner advances over midfield, sliding it up there for the Tigers. Molly Stickney. It's deflected out of bounds, though, and Stickney will run it down and restart it.
And worth noting for those matchups, Coney Lawrence, Coney Gardiner, Skowhegan Lawrence, Central Maine Sports on YouTube, always free to watch. We got them. We were there.
They're all there. Here's Gabby Sousa, headed to UMaine. All right, that one rolls through, and it goes back to Sousa. Sousa over on the far side for the Gardiner Tigers. Avery McMaster. McMaster goes and saves it there on the end line. They keep it alive, but Lawrence overruns it. Still loose back there. Gagnon trying to get a handle on it. It's going to go to Lawrence here on the restart.
I think that was, Chason was fighting for it there, and I think ended up, she was the one who drew the infraction against Gardiner.
All right, Battis trying to get one through. It did not get through. Scooped up, though, by Niles. Niles at midfield, has to retreat, gets it. Niles, Sousa, stuffed her. Sousa comes away with it. Good play there by Gabby Sousa on 2 college-bound at Division I colleges. Sousa and Niles, both of whom can score. Niles.
And I was saying we'll run into each other again, too.
Yes, they will. They're playing in the same conference. 2 of the most prolific players in recent history in Maine, and Niles, one of the most prolific goal scorers ever in Maine, including scoring 38 her sophomore year, which is just unbelievable.
I like how Coach put it at the beginning of the season. She owns every Lawrence record book and is going to smash any possible record lingering out there.
Here's Battis. Battis stick handles through and then stopped. She starts again. Battis swept it through. There is Niles, or check that it was not. It was Dixon. And this is going to be a violation on Lawrence, and it'll be the Tigers' ball.
You made the point, and I think first quarter possession-wise dominated by the Bulldogs. Gardiner got to try and find a way to break out.
That's what they're trying to do now. To no avail, picked off by Kira Day. Day, though, turns it over, and it's going to go to Gardiner. A couple of minutes into the second period, no score between Gardiner and Lawrence. We are live here tonight at Veterans Field in Oakland for this one, as Lawrence plays its entire season on the road, so to speak. This is a home game. Bus pulled up, though, at about 7 o'clock for a home game.
I was say they were lingering for a minute because we had Brunswick and Meso played varsity and JV double dip before we go here, and then they're going to play JV after this?
I don't know about that. I don't know if we want the kids out that late.
I was going to say, you better get them a pass for tomorrow.
I mean, Lord knows on most normal nights I'd be going to bed right about now, so it's way past my bedtime, that's for sure, by the time this thing gets over with. All right, that's out on the far side. Restart here for Gardiner. Tigers trying to get something going offensively. It's been very tough for them. They've had 1 penalty corner. That was it, and very little pressure tonight on Abby Stewart. Now on the far side, it's Avery McMaster with it. McMaster tied up there, taken away for the moment by Niles, but they give it back to Gardiner. And now that rolls out of bounds right near the scorer's table. So they'll restart it on the far side. And it will be Lawrence's ball here, where it's been most of the first half. All right. Cole gets it in play to Kira Day, and it's taken away by the Gardiner Tigers. Here comes Gardiner. This is Brindley Chasen. Chasing right down the middle. Chased there by Jai Ko, and Ko broke her up for a moment. Now Sousa. Sousa right side. Sousa takes it right to the sideline. Checked by Gagnon. She upends her. Sousa getting right back up. Sousa trying to slide it in. It's blocked. Excuse me, and a restart here is coming. Sousa will walk it over to right near the 10-yard line to the left of Stewart. Sousa. Stick handles. Goes back, tries a shot. Excuse me, it's blocked. Gagnon really tying her up there, and we are going to get a penalty corner? No.
Just a restart.
Just a restart. Okay. So Sousa restarts it from right there. Slides it up. It's blocked. Sousa gets it back, and it's going to Lawrence.
How about Gagnon right there? Even with the whistles, just staying strong there and finally gets one going the other direction.
Niles clears it all the way to midfield. Back with it, though, for the Gardiner Tigers. Molly Stickney taken away, that is, by Niles. Niles tries to stick handle, goes between the legs of McGee, but then it's cleared out of the zone by Stickney.
Whew,
Fired back in, an aerial there by Sousa. It's knocked down by Gagnon. It's going to go to Lawrence.
I say that one got some height on it.
9 minutes to go in the first half. Up it goes to Niles. Maddie handles it nicely. Niles goes by one defender, can't get it by the second one. It's going to be a restart, though, for Niles and Lawrence. Here's Niles, fans. Niles gets some wood on that right near the circle, inside the circle. Lawrence with an opportunity here, poking at it, Mia Dixon. And it is going to be a penalty corner for Lawrence.
Already the fifth one for the Bulldogs.
So penalty corner number 5, and Mia Dixon will distribute. And Niles is what, right at the top?
Yeah, I think the point.
Yeah, okay, so she's right at the point. Always going to find her first. That's your first job as a defender. Right between her, it goes to Gagnon. That's not the play they had drawn up. Gagnon tries to salvage it, gets it inside. It's loose in there, and it rolls wide and out.
I think, like you said, that one designed to happen. Not a bad. Gagnon got it through. Didn't get it to Kroll, but got it in front of the net, but couldn't do anything with it.
Restart for Lawrence at the 25. Inside the circle, cleared out by Gardner. No score here. Niles steals, takes the shot, deflected wide.
See if that one, I don't think it made it through to Kroll. No, that was kicked off. You could see there just late on the mid-state machine as we get the corner kick. It was kicked out of bounds off the heel of McMaster.
All right, so here's a new formation. Niles will distribute. Let's see where she goes after the pass. So Niles to the left of the cage. Niles slides it. She actually stays right there. Inside, it's loose. Shot, score! Jai Ko scores for Lawrence off a penalty corner. It is 1-0 Bulldogs.
Nice pass. Again, something we saw against Coney. Niles ended up being the decoy in that situation. And here, she's always going to be lingering over there. The Tigers are going to have their eye on her at least momentarily. And Co's takes advantage.
So Jai Ko scores 7:57 the time of the goal off a penalty corner. It's 1-0 Lawrence. That's kind of just the way they drew it up, unlike the previous one. That one worked. Cole over on the far side, saving it. And it is going to be a Lawrence ball. Cole checked immediately. I think she was supposed to be allowed to get that in. She was. They're going to give it back to her. Cole flacks it up. It's blocked. Rolls loose in Lawrence territory, but it's scooped up there by Kira Day. Day clears it in. Day looking for Dixon. Mia Dixon on the forecheck here. Some help there from her teammate Addie Battis. The ball pops free. Gardner able to come up with it. Still a quiet night for both Maddie Niles and Gabby Sousa, the D1-bound prolific goal scorers. Here's Sousa, stick-handled it too far. Now here comes Lawrence with Maddie Niles ahead of the pack, waiting for that pass. Floating. Dixon goes back to Carter. Now it is going to be Dixon, bringing it right down Broadway there. Dixon is stopped, and a restart here. This is Addie Battis. Battis inside. Battis, a shot, it's blocked. And Gardiner trying to clear it. They cannot. And it's a penalty corner. So this will be number 7. 7-1 penalty corners.
That'll work. Battis, by the way, went back and had to double check. Battis picked up the helper on the goal there.
Good to know. Thank you. So Battis with the assist. And Lawrence with their 7th penalty corner of the night, leading 1-0. They scored off the last one. Here's the shot. It is kind of fanned on, side of the net there. Sliding it up for the Lawrence Bulldogs was Jai Ko, and this is going to result in a Gardiner ball.
I want to think deflected off of a McMaster again. I'm not sure. Ko was the first. It was right there. She kind of bunted at it, but it looked like they had a setup there almost for the exact same play because Battis was the one that passed it.
All right, here's an aerial, and not much of one. Plops down, picked up by McKenna Martin. Going to be a restart here for Addie Battis and Lawrence. Battis backs in. Battis back to Ko. Ko, stoppage. They're going to start it right back up again with Ko. Ko, who just scored. Ko, back out deep. In the middle, it's Kira Day. Day right down Broadway, swept there by Mia Dixon. And it rolls wide, and we are going to do it again when it comes to penalty corners. Numero 8.
Ocho. 8-1 Bulldogs penalty corners here, still with 4 minutes to go in the first half. CMCC scoreboard.
All right. Mia Dixon. Ready to slide it. Dixon does. There's Niles. Niles tees it up. A blast. It was blocked. And it's a good thing it was because that thing was absolutely smoked by Maddie Niles. Man, does she have a shot.
She got every bit of that. And then not only that, Kroll makes a nice job saving that. The rebound bounces out, and you get a save again.
All right, here is Niles stealing it. Works it out deep for Kira Day. Day right down the middle. Sousa trying to check her. It rolls inside. It's loose. Dixon trying to sweep at it. It is still loose inside the circle, and it's going to go to Gardiner.
See if we got a shot there. Yeah, I think Dixon thread that one through, ran into Kroll. I think that's actually what the whistle is. She bumped Kroll, so Kroll picks up already her 5th save.
Yeah, Avery Kroll has been busy, and it looks like she's going to stay busy. As Lawrence has been relentless, especially here in the second period. They have dominated. Bulldogs with it now outside the 25, but Battis has to give it up. Brindley Chasen. Chasen trying to get it ahead of the pack, and it's there. Down the right side. Trying to spin to the middle is ZSB.
She had Swindell's right in the middle there.
Yep. Going to be a restart, though, for Lawrence as Gardiner gives it up. Here's Gagnon. Gagnon smacks it up. Up there is Niles to scoop it up on the go. Niles to the middle. Niles rolls it, fires in. She's got Dixon there. Looking for a deflection, but coming through to save the day was Abby McGee. It's going to go to Lawrence, though. A restart back out for Niles and company up to 20. Niles lets it fly, and it's blocked in front. Kroll never had a chance to make a move on it because it hit a Lawrence player. I think it hit Natalie Robinson there, number 18.
Yeah, I actually think based on what we just saw.
There's a shot there by Natalie Pelletier.
Show you one more time in the Mid-State Machinist replay. I think that actually ended up being a save because to your point, I think it did get to Kroll because Robinson got a piece of it and actually lifted it up off the ground.
So give Kroll a save, and it did get through. Lawrence just with the heat on here, but they're going to give it up here. Natalie Pelletier was about ready to act on it. Gardiner clears it out, so Gardiner didn't have the ball for long, and they haven't had the ball for much here in the first half at all. Here's Battis. Over on the right, Lawrence charging to the net. Sousa broke the play up. Sousa trying to get control. That one rolls right through the goal mouth, right on the doorstep there. I think was Carter with a chance to poke at it and couldn't do so.
Yeah, a little bit surprised there as Kroll, I think, tried to tamper that one down. It was Martin actually on the backside, had a real good shot.
1 minute to go in the first half. Gardiner trying to hold on. They're only down 1-0. It could be worse. Flipped up by Martin. Restart here for Lawrence. They've got time. Back to Kira Day. 50 seconds on the clock. Day Trying to get it to the circle. Sousa stopped it. Over on the far side, it's Pelletier. Pelletier goes wide. Pelletier checked on the play. Very good defense there by Emery Cady. And it's Gardiner's ball here with 33 seconds left.
I mean, if I'm Gardiner, I'm just going to hammer this down to the other end.
Getting it out of the zone. Battis out near midfield, and on the stick handle there, she lost it. Down to 20 seconds left in the period. Far side, it's Peyton Cole. Rolls it out of bounds. So Gardiner should be able to relieve the pressure here. And going to halftime, down 1. Flipped up with 5 seconds to go, and yep, that'll run the clock out. Skating along the yard line marker there, Natalie Pelletier, and that is the end of that. So after a scoreless first period, we get 1 goal in the second period. The score at halftime from Veterans Field in Oakland is the Lawrence Bulldogs 1, Gardiner Tigers 0. You are watching and listening to high school field hockey on the place for local sports, The Score.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher,
an HVAC technician,
pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect,
physical therapist,
I'm going to be a lawyer,
or we're a stop along the way,
I'm going to be a doctor,
a machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer,
an athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Welcome back to Veterans Field in Oakland. Mike Violet, AJ Knight here under the lights. We have our first half in the books, and the Lawrence Bulldogs leading the Gardiner Tigers 1-0. Time for our second quarter breakdown. It's brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. A scoreless first period. Here in the second, though, we had a goal. It came off a penalty corner. It was scored by Jai Ko. Here you see her lower left, and it's in.
And she had a good chance for a second one a little bit later on a penalty corner. It was Battis again. Battis picked up the helper there, but
exactly.
Just missed it.
So Jaiko, that is, from Addie Battis. The time of the goal, 7:57. That was the only goal of the second period, only goal of the game. Penalty corners after getting 4 in the first. Lawrence came back with 4 more in the second, scored off one of them. So they have 8 to just 1 for Gardiner. That came in the first. They were shut out from getting a penalty corner in the second, and they have been totally hemmed in by this Lawrence offense.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about in the first, and it seemed like Lawrence how Lawrence dominated possession, and it felt like the Bulldogs even ramped up the intensity more in the second quarter. 4 penalty corners in both periods for the Bulldogs. They score, obviously. They had a couple other good chances in the second quarter, and Gardiner just cannot get the ball out of their zone. They cannot do it. And the other bad news on top of the not having possession, the penalty corner disadvantage, is if Niles gets a little bit of space, we've seen her a couple times, she is absolutely hammering the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to see, here's what run through the first half highlights as we finish up the second quarter breakdown. But she is just hammering. You're going to see, I think, in the third highlight, her just absolutely blister one that Kroll does a nice job knocking down.
Yeah, and excuse me, the absence of Taylor Hebert, who would be, in there trying to clog things up, has made a difference here because there's just been a lot of activity. And I think if Hebert were in there would be less of it.
Yeah, 6 saves for Kroll in the first half. It was 2 saves for Stewart and Kroll, 4 made there in the second quarter, and that's just not even not even talking about how much pressure was put on Kroll outside of that. As you see there was a good
all
chance.
The chances.
That's not even a save, but a great chance there for Lawrence, who just missed, I think it was Martin, by that much.
Second period breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. It's 1-0 Lawrence over Gardiner. High school field hockey continues after this.
At Height Chevrolet in Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Height Chevy. Height Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Height family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a biweekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835, 465-4835, or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
For the safety of you and your family, 201 Tire Battery and Service on Riverside Drive in Vassalboro offers only the best and most reliable tires and batteries, including used batteries for your ride, cars, motorcycles, and more. And tires for everything. Tractors, lawnmowers, your car and truck, custom rims? Yup, of course. Open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 until 5, Friday till 3. Pet friendly with free battery testing and complimentary ice cream. 201 Tire Battery and Service on the Augusta Vassalboro line.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost. And for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
Halftime tonight is always brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. Team's back on the field a little bit early. They want to get rolling here and get in bed at a reasonable hour as we check the clock now at 8:35.
Who can blame them?
And here we roll into the second, and boy, Jess Merrill and the Gardiner Tigers were huddled up the entire time during halftime, and you would think that somehow, some way, she's trying to light a fire under them because they need to be able to get the ball out of the zone.
Again, just no possession time. You get the penalty corner, like you said. That was pretty much their only flurry.
Right, absolutely. So Lawrence will go left to right as we look at it here, as you immediately witness Maddie Niles grab it and restart it there. Gardiner goes right to left, down in goal to our right, Avery Kroll, and Abby Stewart is down to our left. She had pretty much an easy first half. One goal in the game. It was Jai Ko who scored it. That's it. Trying to break out of there, Brindley Chasen. Chasen's going to get it on the restart.
And in the third combined game that we have now seen for Sousa and Niles through 2.5 for each of them, still just one combined assist.
One assist
between
that's
both.
By Sousa.
Yep.
Remarkable. Sousa has been a complete non-factor tonight. Niles has been a factor. She hasn't scored, but it's not because she hasn't had some opportunities to score. That one rolls, and it's sort of kicked. Not really well, and the save there as Kroll had to move on a play that she actually set up for Lawrence. And it was Mia Dixon with an opportunity there to make it 2-0. Almost a complete giveaway.
Yeah, that one just sort of rolled through. She went to kick it out and just didn't get anything on it.
Here's Battis. Battis is stopped. Ball scooped up by Davin Swindle. She can't do anything with it, and it's going to be a penalty corner. Yeah, another penalty corner for Lawrence. This will be number 9. 9-1.
Quickly racking them up, and it just feels your Gardiner. I mean, goes without saying, but it just feels like you can't give Niles and this Lawrence offense that many chances and not expect to basically stop them every time.
Dixon to distribute. Niles at the point. 1-0 Lawrence. Penalty corner number 9. It goes to Battis. Battis to Niles, the one-timer. She missed it. Actually, it was Carter it was Niles with the one-timer that she missed. It ends up rolling on goal, and it's a restart here for the Gardiner Tigers.
I don't think that one made it through Kroll. Ended up getting up on a Lawrence teammate who I believe, tough to see there even on the replay, but I believe it was Bowden.
All right, here's Gardiner trying to bust it out. Just hasn't been there tonight for the Tigers. Down the right side, Sousa. Sousa gets it to the middle. Can they get it to the net? Because there is Swindles. And it's going to be a penalty corner here for Gardiner.
And that got behind Chason, who was going to had Swindles, like you said, and she got bodied up there, and that's what creates the penalty corner for the Tigers. How about this? Just their second on the game.
That's it. 9-2 penalty corners in favor of Lawrence. So Sousa will be up near the point. And I'm not sure who's distributing. It might be Chasen.
I believe it's McMaster.
Okay. All right. So Avery McMaster sweeps it literally with her stick parallel to the ground. There it goes, and it's Sousa. Sousa, nice little touch pass over. The shot is wide. That was a good play. Well designed, well executed. That's the best play for Gardiner tonight.
That was Chesson who got the shot there but couldn't put it on net.
All right, Lawrence, here's Niles. Niles, right side to Piper Carter. Carter slowed, and it's going to go to Gardiner on the restart. It's McMaster to Chasen. Check that. That's not Chasen. That's ZSB.
And she had to get out of the way because that hits her, goes the other way, so she tapped it up and then had to back off.
Battis lost it to Sousa. Sousa with speed. Trying to go on Jai Ko there. Slaps it in. Lawrence able to gain control and sweep it out of the zone. Lead pass, looking for Mia Dixon. Back there to save the day, though, Taryn Nichols. Nichols will restart it. Nichols trying to go to Sousa. Sousa, let it roll all the way through. Lawrence with it, driven back in by the Bulldogs. They lead it 1-0 on a goal by Jai Ko. Sousa, down the far side. McMaster is there, keeps it alive. Avery McMaster, now it's out. It's going to go back to Lawrence.
Lawrence just done a really good job. Again, Gardiner wants to get out and run. They want to make those stretch passes, and Lawrence just doing a good job getting in the way.
There's a complete giveaway there by Lawrence. The ball shot right to Avery McMaster. Check that. Brindley Chasen. Chasen laid it back to Sousa. Sousa rolls it in. They're looking for a deflection inside, and it is still loose, and it is wide. So it is going to be another penalty corner for the Gardiner Tigers, their second here of the half and third overall.
Credit to Chason right there. You saw her deflect that up. She actually kept it alive, and there was a chance there for them to make a play before the penalty corner for Tweedy.
All right, Avery McMaster with Sousa pretty much near the point. Lawrence trying to finish up, getting the gear on.
Equipment issue, I think.
And they're going to send somebody out of there. And I think that is Peyton Cole, who is leaving for whatever reason. So going inside.
Hey, she's got a broken stick.
Is Kira Day, maybe?
She threw it down on the ground.
Okay. All right, Avery McMaster, again with that stick parallel to the ground. She's going to sweep it out there. And it goes to Sousa. Not a great pass. Sousa goes back out front deeper, trying to get it to Nichols. Now it's loose.
Gagnon tied it up but drew the whistle, but still nice play.
Shot blocked. Trying to get that shot off there for the Gardner Tigers. Taryn Nichols and struggling, and that one got close.
Yeah,
and it hit somebody up high.
It was Niles. That one got threaded up, bounced, and then Niles tried to swipe it out of bounds. Instead, popped it.
All right, so another penalty corner. This is 3 in the half and 4 for the game. And Avery McMaster ready to put it into play. Sweeps it to the circle. The shot loose right there in front, and it's in. It's a goal for Gardner. And this game is tied.
I think it's Chasen.
Brindley Chasen.
Okay, I was going to say, ZSB is right there, as we'll show you one more time. You're going to see that come out.
So Chasen off a penalty corner, able to eventually get it in the net. Wasn't easy.
She got just enough of it.
Time of the goal, 5:23, and it's 1-1. Well, sometimes during this half, it felt like that one-goal lead was a lot bigger than one goal.
Yeah, it did.
Now Gardner with a goal. Let's see if a spark follows. 1-1. Far side loose, bringing it back in for Lawrence is Addie Battis. Battis looking it over. Battis back to the defense. Battis will start it up again. 1-1 with 8 minutes to go in the third. Two very evenly matched teams, and finally Gardner gets something done offensively. Sousa clears to midfield. Back there for Lawrence is Pelletier. Pelletier defended on the play, and then Davin Swindles has to back off. Restart for Lawrence, stolen by Sousa. Sousa stolen back by Lawrence, but they're going to restart it.
Looked like it was going to be a great play by
Kira
Day.
Day, yeah. Sousa with an aerial. That looked like a pitching wedge, and it gets up to the 25. Gardner sweeps it up. Good defense by by Cole, and it rolls out of bounds.
How about this? Tigers score the goal. All of a sudden, look like got a little more pep in their step.
Absolutely. Should give you some giddy up. So let's see. 7:05 left, and Gabby Sousa has it at the 25. Sousa starts the play. Sousa goes wide. Sousa trails it down, and it rolls by the net.
I think they're going to say off a Lawrence player, so not a penalty corner, but I think it's going to stay with the Tigers.
Okay, so back out it goes. Sousa will do the same thing. Start it from the 25. Sousa cuts back to the middle. Sousa, backhand pass, loose inside the circle, and Lawrence able to get control. Then we get a whistle.
Penalty corner.
Penalty corner coming. They keep on coming. This is 4 now in this period, 5 for the game.
How about this? Tigers come into this second half down 8-1 penalty corners, quickly get 4, and not only a chance, like you said, to overcome what felt like at a time an insurmountable 1 goal, now a chance to go up a goal.
Yeah, it seemed like the biggest 1-goal deficit ever. Now they got something going here. They got a goal and another penalty corner. Here's McMaster. McMaster scrapes it back to Sousa. Sousa let it go. That was a design play. Back to Sousa. The redirect is kicked out of there by goalkeeper Abby Stewart.
I don't know how she shot that.
She did. Somehow or other, they find a way in traffic. It's truly remarkable how they get shots off sometimes.
We'll have to show you that when we get a second, because I don't know how she got that off.
Jai Ko drives it in. Swept out by Gardner, but the Tigers can't keep it in bounds on the near side. This will be a Lawrence ball as they try to ignite things again. Here is Maddie Niles.
Like, it's not so much that she got the shot. It's the amount of power she was able to get behind while crowded like that. That was
Niles
nuts.
got it up. Deep there is Mia Dixon. Has to give it up, though. Restart here. 5:10 to go in the third. 1-1. Gardiner and Lawrence. Near side, Stickney. Stickney to the middle. They get it to Chasen. Brindley Chasen. The goal scorer tonight for Gardiner. Chasen leaves it. Sweeping it up is Macy Hickey.
Couldn't keep that on the inline, or the sideline, excuse me.
Tonight's game brought to you by Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer, sales and service by a family that cares. Also by Somerset Stone & Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, wood stoves, and hardscape products. And by 201 Tire Battery and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. 4.5 to go in the third. 1-1 game. Tweedy sweeps it up to ZSB. ZSB stopped at the 30-yard line. Restart, though, for her. She'll give it back to Sousa. Gabby Sousa. Left side for Hickey. That's broken up. Hickey back with it. Sweeps it in. Loose after a couple of bounces. Swept out. Sousa jumps in front there of the Lawrence player, Piper Carter, and we are getting another.
Just a reset.
No, it's a reset. Okay.
Just outside
I thought
the
they were
circle.
headed.
Yeah.
So
made the defense back up.
Sousa in real close here. Gabby backs it out, now takes it in. Now turns, and they'll restart it again. Sousa with a shot, looking for a tip. That's kicked out there by Stewart. Still loose. She kicked at it again, and this is going to be a penalty corner.
Stewart had to make the shot there on the deflection. Another one found its way through. I think it was Swindles got the second one. So she makes two quick saves, but like you said, another penalty corner here for the Tigers.
So the penalty corners all of a sudden are 9-6.
Yes.
All right, there it goes. Back to Chasen. Chasen with a shot, and a blistering drive is wide on the short side.
Nothing fancy about that one. Chasing the closest player, gets it, sets up, fires.
All right, Lawrence trying to get it going. They are on their heels now. They have been on their heels for most of this third period. A 1-0 lead has vanished. Here is Addie Battis up the left side. Battis and Sousa. To the middle it goes. Niles is there. Can't get control of it, though. And Gardiner able to work it out. Here come the Tigers down the right side. Lawrence stops it. Gardiner's going to get it on the reset. 1-1 with 2:25 left in the third. Here's Sousa.
Put on
Sousa,
the fake.
great stick handle. Sousa goes in. Sousa goes, shoots. It's blocked. It went off Addie Battis there. It's going to go to Lawrence.
That was a heck of a. Gagnon got in there, too, to, I think, slow that down and draw the whistle. Ooh!
That hit whom?
Oh, that was ZSB. She was leaning down, and that caught her flush.
Ooh. So time out on the field here for an injury to Gardiner Zoe Sullivan-Brennan. We got that on replay?
Yeah, you see here, they're falling back. Watch, she's going to lean down here. And she was leaning down, I think, to put the stick flat to try and stop it from going forward, and that thing got up. And
So Zoe Sullivan-Brennan down with an injury. We have 2 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the third period. We have an injury timeout. We'll take it 2. The score is Lawrence 1, Gardiner 1. We'll be back right after this on The Score.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades, and Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack-of-all-trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder or a farmer or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
Well, Zoe Sullivan-Brennan is one tough little nut, that's for sure. She just got up and is walking off the field under her own power. And about 2 minutes ago, we didn't think that that would happen. She obviously is hurting, but she is up, and that is a good sign as she is helped off the field. So Zoe Sullivan-Brennan out for now anyway, due to what we think is a leg injury.
Head injury.
Is it a head?
Yeah.
All right. I couldn't tell where it hit her.
Yeah, she show you one more time. She went to put her stick down there on this reset you're going to see, and then the ball just quickly got off. I think that's Gagnon, and just.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. And she went down and struggled, I think, to sit up there. So they're going to obviously run it through some tests. Hope she's okay.
What's this?
Tyler, opposing goal.
Avery Kroll all of a sudden now is down or was down while we were distracted by ZSB, and I have no idea what is going on here. All of a sudden, after they got ZSB off the field, you saw a couple of coaches or trainers or a combination thereof sprint down the field and attend to Avery Kroll in the Gardiner or to the side of the Gardiner net. So we have no idea what happened with that. And, I mean, play was completely at the other end, and that is where Zoe Sullivan-Brennan got hurt. And so there was no action around Abby Stewart at all, unless she's cramped up or something like that. It's hard to explain. Wow.
Tough to see the body. I think she's sitting up now at least. But, yeah, like you said, we were all looking, obviously, ZSB down here at the other end of the field. And like I said, I thought we're getting ready to restart. Next thing you know, you see coaches sprinting down to that end zone, and she's laying flat on her back. And as you said, play hasn't been down in this area most of this third quarter.
Exactly, and we are at the 2:06 mark with the clock stopped here, obviously, on the injury. So we're almost 13 minutes into the period, and there's been hardly any action down near Avery Kroll. But Kroll is down, possibly sick. Who knows? It's hard to say.
I mean, worth noting, right? You just all of a sudden get lightheaded or something. If you're dealing with the flu, we've all been there.
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about the sickness that's been going through this Gardiner team and how they're without Taylor Hebert, one of their key players. So maybe that's what happened. Not sure. A lot of speculation here. So they're tending to Avery Kroll, and while they do so, we will take another timeout. 2:06 to go in the third period. Yet another injury or sickness timeout. It's 1-1 Gardiner and Lawrence. Back after this.
My dad's a real hero. Not like a superhero or anything. More like a regular dad kind of hero. Because every weekend, even when the weather's bad and it's super snowy, he always gets us there safe.
They don't know how you do it. All they know is that you care.
See Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201, Skowhegan.
Refi your ride at Connected Credit Union. Lower your current rate by as much as 1.5% and earn up to $300 cash back when you refinance your auto or recreational loan with us. This offer ends November 15th. Contact our loan team today for your best deal or apply online at connectedcreditunion.org. Get connected, stay connected. Federally insured by the NCUA. Member eligibility required. Consult with a loan officer for more information.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Well, Gardiner goalkeeper Avery Kroll is now up.
Being helped to the sideline.
Being helped to the sideline in what is an unexplainable situation here. I have no idea why she was down at all. And I think the only people who do are those people who are surrounding her at the moment. And to speculate on anything would be foolhardy, so I will not. But Avery Kroll is out of this game. So
Hannah Turgeon steps in, true freshman.
Okay, Turgeon will come in and play goal, and she's got to be sick, AJ.
That's got to be what it is.
Because she can't make it off the field now. So it's got to be an illness thing.
Because, I mean, like you said, we don't speculate. All we can tell you is that there was no game action down there because we're coming off ZSB got unfortunately hit by a restart ball. She goes down at about the 25-yard line here on the other side. You see, we're getting the close-up right now, but Kroll's down at about the 35 of the opposite side of where ZSB got hurt, and everybody's looking at Zoe Sullivan-Brennan trying and hoping she's okay. As she got up, she's moved over to the bench. She's laying back down now. And then all of a sudden, everybody's views pan. You see coaches running, and Kroll's laying on her back in the far end zone.
And once again, to reiterate, a sickness has been going through this Gardiner team that has kept one of their key players out. Taylor Hebert was out tonight because she is ill and is not able to play. And now, as you can see, they continue to attend here to Avery Kroll. This is getting very concerning.
Yeah, they're taking off all our pads.
Very, very concerning, and I certainly hope that somebody has called an ambulance because I think we are at that stage here based on what I can see from the people attending to Avery Kroll. This has gotten, I think, a little more serious than expected as we keep an eye on this here as Kroll is down. And
yeah, I think somebody just stepped in who's on the phone. I would hope that's what they're doing.
I would hope that is the case because I do believe a 911 call is necessary here for whatever is ailing Avery Kroll. And it has to be some sort of illness, sickness that set in during the game and caused her to fall down behind or to the side of the goal.
Yeah, Tyler, our camera guy's getting a shot of Kroll who's laying down, but they're loading up ZSB in the cart on the opposite side of the field.
Yep. Thanks, Ashley, for coming over and telling us
you
that.
Can see now.
The Gator is being brought over for Zoe Sullivan-Brennan, and she will be helped out. And I would imagine if she got hit in the head that they've got to get her to a hospital and do concussion tests.
Yeah, I would think
so. I would think that that's a absolute no-brainer here. Meanwhile, a coat of some sort has been brought out.
A bunch of them.
A bunch of them being brought out for Avery Kroll. And people are moving very fast. try to help here. That's the Lawrence bench, by the way. That obviously is, chipping in and doing what they can, and they are coming out en masse.
Well, because I imagine too, especially again not knowing, I think the illness is a good educated guess.
It's a starting point.
They took off all her pads. It's cold. It rained earlier. That field is not going to be very forgiving.
Yeah, it's damp. It's a lot of things. So she's probably extremely cold. And if it is some kind of flu-type illness, there could be cold chills going with this, fever-type thing. And we've all been there before where you can't have enough blankets. There aren't enough blankets in the world to warm you up. So understandable if that's the case. And, again, it's all conjecture at this point. But it seems to me that if you think logically that's got to be what it is.
Well, to your point, like you said, we know for a fact illness is going through the team. And I think anybody, most of us, I would think at this point, have battled the flu where you just physically feel like a train wreck. And maybe Kroll was a good soldier and just tried to go through it and just eventually just physically hit her limit because you got to think the adrenaline, the excitement pumping through, and then just kind of just was done. Like her body was like, that's all I can do.
The first sentence I got from Coach Merrill in her email was, "We have been hit by the injury sick bug of late." And so that was the first thing. So it has been going through this Gardiner team, and apparently it is hooked on to Avery Kroll here. And I hope it's only that. I hope it's only a matter of some sort of sickness like that and nothing more serious than that. Kroll was down originally to the side of the cage. Nobody really noticed. Then all of a sudden, after Zoe Sullivan-Brennan was attended to and got off the field, everybody dashed down to Avery Kroll. They attended to her for several minutes, got her up. She was walking with help off the field, and then where you see things right now is where she went down and was unable to continue. There is a pickup truck on the far side driving outside the fence area over there. You might be able to see it in the background of the shot from Tyler. I'm not sure.
Somebody maybe just to help her get to where she needs to go. Possibly.
Yeah, this is certainly it's a scary situation. I think it's an alarming moment for sure. And trying to see down the right here if I can see anybody coming in. Nothing that I can see from my eyes, from my standpoint. But there has been no movement of Avery Kroll since she's gone down here, where you see her right now as we close in on that as best we can. A very concerning situation here at Veterans Field in Oakland. All of this happening with 2 minutes and 6 seconds left to what has been a very lively third period, but a damper has been put on it, first of all, by the injury suffered by Zoe Sullivan-Brennan, hit by a stray ball in the head, and now goalkeeper for Gardiner, Avery Kroll, down with what we think is some sort of an illness. So the Lawrence girls, meanwhile, are kind of huddled all around one another at the 30-yard line, and now there's an ambulance coming now. There's an ambulance down to the right coming. We can pick that up on camera. Down to the right. You can see the camera pan out now, and here you'll see an ambulance come into your picture from the right. And there's a gate there, and I would think that they I thought they were going to come right on the field, but they're not. Meanwhile, I think they've got Kroll up. So Kroll is back up and being helped extremely slowly off the field. As you can see her in the bright, is it yellow or orange shirt?
Orange.
Being helped. Meanwhile, that ambulance is creeping up. It'll go behind the bench area where Kroll is. So certainly a good sign that Avery was able to get up and get off the field under her own power. So we've been in a delay here of about 20 minutes, and all of the Gardiner and Lawrence girls were gathered together. And when play resumes, and it is now, eventually, they've got to get a little stretched out here because it is cold and it is easy to cramp up in weather like this. The temperature's down to 47 degrees here as we are after 9 o'clock. And so we are going to get Hannah Turgeon, a freshman in goal, who's going to come in for Avery Kroll. So meanwhile, it is actually good to see that an ambulance is here. I think both of these young women probably need some sort of attention. And are they going to start them right from there? Which is surprising to me.
The play? Yeah, I remember because the play stopped on the
I know
restart.
that. I'm just surprised they're not going to try to stretch out some.
They did some jumping jacks. That's about what they did.
I guess when you're 17, that works.
You are. But you bounce back a lot quicker.
So we will start up again after about a 20-minute delay because of a head injury to Zoe Sullivan-Brennan and apparently a sickness that came on too much for Avery Kroll. And I'm assuming that Avery didn't feel all that well to start the game, unless this thing came on really fast. So we're back underway, and it's Gabby Sousa. It's a 1-1 game here in the third period with 2 minutes to go. There's a shot that squirts wide. And so it will be another penalty corner?
Yeah.
It is going to be another penalty corner for the Gardiner Tigers. The hits just keep on coming. This is 6 now in the second half.
Yeah, 6 here just in this third quarter. They used one to tie the game up and have a chance here to really take a control of this game here because, again, 1-1.
Avery McMaster spread out, and she will slide that ball out to Sousa. Sousa fires, didn't get much on it, it rolls wide. She kind of fanned on that, and it rolled wide. So not much of anything comes from that. And so it's a Lawrence ball here. They've been dominated in the third after they dominated Gardiner in the second.
In the first half, really.
Yeah, they really did. It was 8-1 in penalty corners in the first half for Lawrence. They dominated the first and really dominated the second. Restart here for Sousa and company. 50 seconds to go in the period, delayed by about 20 minutes. Sousa down the right side. Sousa, pass is cleared. Lawrence trying to break it out. Far side for the Bulldogs. It is Kira Day. Day can't do anything with it, though. It's taken back by Gardiner. Middle of the field there for the Gardiner Tigers. Davin Swindle. Swindle's blocked, and a restart here in favor of Lawrence. It's golfed out. And a midfield, it is picked up by Taryn Nichols. Nichols, and what do we got? Restart? Yes.
Yeah, I think, Day and going to get the restart here. Well, passed it back. She was on defense.
All right, swept up. Trying to get it to Niles. Niles had it picked off there by Anna Tweedy. And back comes Gabby Sousa. And that is it for the third period. So certainly an unusual third period. But the unusualness of it all aside, due to the injury and the illness, Gardiner gets the equalizer. And they lead it. Excuse me, they don't lead it. It's 1-1 as we go to the fourth period. Back after this with the fourth on the score.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
Or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Mike Filan, AJ Knight back here at Veterans Field in Oakland. Time for our third quarter breakdown, brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. 1-0 at the half, 1 goal in the third. Brindley Chasen scored it at 5:23, came off a penalty corner, one of 6 that the Gardiner Tigers had in the third to just 1 for Lawrence. That tied it at 1. Time of the goal, 5:23. Third quarter breakdown presented by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
Gardiner, like you said, Lawrence really dominated first half. I think punctuated best by the fact it was 8-1 penalty corners for the Bulldogs. And in the third quarter, 6-1 Tigers in terms of penalty corners. So that makes it all of a sudden 9-7.
Quite the turnaround. So we also have, with the apparent illness to Avery Kroll, a freshman in goal for Gardiner, and that's Hannah Turgeon.
Good news for her is that in the second half thus far, Gardiner has dominated the ball.
Absolutely. So Tigers going right to left. Lawrence left to right. Niles at midfield starts the play. Niles takes it right down Broadway. Niles skips it ahead, looking for Dixon, rolls too far, and it's going to go to the Gardiner Tigers. Taryn Nichols back there to run it down. So Hannah Turgeon in goal now, a freshman. Nichols with it. Almost lost it, then swept it up. Did end up losing it to Piper Carter. Carter gets it in a little bit deeper. Niles trying to get it. Niles, stick handling by her was Avery McMaster. Niles poked at it, comes out near side. That's going to be Lawrence's ball. And putting it into play, Jai Coe. Coe, who has the Bulldogs goal. Nice move. Went right through the wickets there of Swindles. Then Sousa broke the play up. Gabby Sousa, stick handles. Sousa with speed. Sousa with those long, long legs can really motor. Sousa has taken it 30 or 40 yards. Sousa finally headed off at the pass, but she starts it again. Sousa lets a shot go. That was blocked. It'll go to Lawrence.
And worth noting for Gardiner now playing man down offensively with ZSB out, man down defensively with Herbert out, and then your goalie's also out. Your starting goaltender's out.
Yeah, that's right. 3 starters out.
So one at each level.
Yeah. That's significant. All right, Sousa will start it up at the 25 in a 1-1 game. Lawrence's goal in the first, and Gardiner's here in the second. Swept up. The shot there by Chasen, who's got their goal, was blocked, and it's knocked all the way out to the 40-yard line. So Gardiner did get it in deep.
Chason actually did get a pretty good swing at that, and Stewart had to make a save.
So give Abby Stewart another save. Here comes Lawrence. Battis swept away by Sousa. Ball's out. So on the far side, it'll be a restart here for the Lawrence Bulldogs. Addie Battis. Battis swept it. Stolen easily there, though, by Brindley Chasen. Chasen all by herself. Chasen up the right side. Chasen cuts to the middle. Chasen with it. Chasen down in the corner. Gardner trying to work it. And we've got an out. And it's going to be a Lawrence ball. Kira Day will start it up deep in the Lawrence zone with 12:18 to go in the fourth. Swept up, looking there for Piper Carter. Carter can't get it. Carter lost it. Working it out, and as Avery McMaster got over midfield, a restart. So
nice defense from McMaster, too, to slow down that would look like a potential fast break.
All right, back to Stickney. Jai Coe checked her. Restart here for Gardiner. It'll be McMaster on the fly. McMaster goes to Chasen. Chasen couldn't handle the pass at the top of the circle. Back inside. It is loose there, picked up by Swindles. No, she can't get it.
Yeah, I think Chasen got called for, reaching around there, and otherwise it was her and Swindell's in close.
All right, belted out.
Got a whistle before.
By Battis. And so it'll be a restart. All right, here we go on the restart here for the Lawrence Bulldogs in a 1-1 game. We are down to 11:10 left in the fourth. All right, here comes the restart. Lawrence, right side to Coe. Coe couldn't handle the pass. It's out of bounds, and it's going to go to the Gardiner Tigers in pretty good position here. It is Emery Cady who will leave it there for McMaster. McMaster swept it up, and it's going back to Lawrence. Up to Niles. Niles will touch pass over to Carter. Carter, right side. Restart here for Lawrence. Carter leaves it there for Niles. Niles sure can start fast. Niles belts it. Carter deflects it. It's loose. It's cleared out. Carter's back with it. Carter sweeps it toward the net. It bounces there. The freshman there on Gardiner, Turgeon, almost had a chance, but her defense bails her out, and they clear. Picked up on the near side by Katie. Katie turned back by Coe. Jai Coe. Coe down the right side to Carter. Tamps it down, turns, shoots. It's blocked. Now Gardiner able to clear to the near side, and it's out of bounds, but it'll go right back to Lawrence. On the restart here, 10 minutes to go in the fourth period. Jai Coe will restart it. 1-1 Lawrence and Gardiner. Coe. Nice pass right around the defender. Swindles. She passed it to herself, but it's going to go to Gardiner. That was a marvelous play.
That was a nice play.
All right. Now we're seeing, I'm assuming, on the far side, Avery Kroll is being put into the ambulance.
Yeah.
All wrapped up. So Avery Kroll is leaving the premises in an ambulance. A very unfortunate development, to say the least. And post-game, try to find out just exactly what happened. We think we know what happened, but we don't know for sure. McMaster lost it. Here's Lawrence. They've got Carter and Niles. Niles can't get it. Niles just could not catch it and knock it down.
Yeah, it looked like she was trying to go for a touch pass again, just couldn't get anything on it.
Sousa with the speed. Sousa down the left side, Swindles. Sousa to the middle. Sousa takes it in, and it's knocked away there by Gagnon.
Yeah, but as Gagnon does that penalty corner.
Yep. So Gagnon stopped it, but the result of that stop is a penalty corner. And they continue to pile up for the Gardiner Tigers. What an amazing turnaround in penalty corners.
Yeah, it's surprising. I think with the absence, especially on the defensive side, it made sense a little bit, but it just a little bit surprised how lopsided it was in the first half, and this is more of what I expected.
All right, McMaster with Sousa right at the point. 1-1 game. Big spot here with 8:15 to go. Right to Sousa. Sousa lays it over. Back to Sousa. Not a great pass. Battis is there to break it up, and they're going to do it again.
That was over to Chason, and they were going to go right back to Sousa, but like you said, just nothing on it. And I think that was Day got in between there, but they still get the second penalty corner.
So Avery McMaster, the junior, will do it again. Same formation with Sousa right out at the point. As Gardiner tries to break this 1-1 tie. McMaster sizing it up. McMaster, there's the whistle. Right to Sousa. Sousa could handle it. It rolls back to Katie. Katie blocked. Gagnon got a piece of that. Is it going to go back to Gardiner?
Yeah.
It is, but it's just a restart.
Yeah, outside the circle.
All right, so Sousa, right outside the circle, starts it back up. Sousa goes inside, shoots it. It's kicked out. The rebound is still loose. They're sweeping at it as Chason. Now the rebound back outside the circle to Sousa, and it is a restart for Lawrence.
No, penalty corner.
No, it's another one. Boy, the penalty corners just pile up here. That is now 9 in the second half for for Gardiner. And McMaster getting plenty of practice with Sousa right at the top. McMaster goes instead to Chason. Chason fires. It's blocked in front right there to McMaster. She couldn't do anything with it. Nichols trying to get a piece of it there. It is blown dead. It's going to be a reset here. And they're going to have another penalty corner.
That was nearly deflected in. That was a heck of a job by McMaster just to get a stick on that.
All right, so McMaster goes to the other side. 10 penalty corners in the second half. Clock running, 6:15 to go in the second half. It's a 1-1 game. McMaster slides it out. Going in, Swindles. Swindles with a shot. It's blocked. Loose there. Stewart, it's still loose. We've got a whistle. And it's going to go. It's not going to be a penalty corner. That I can tell you for sure.
Penalty shot?
Penalty shot, yes. That I will go with. So Brynlee Chason with a penalty shot here with 5:57 to go in regulation. So it's Brindley Chasen against Abby Stewart, one-on-one. Chasen has it teed up. Stewart deep in the net. Chasen fires and scores! She buries the penalty shot, and Gardiner leads it 2-1. She's got both of their tallies tonight.
Stewart guessed right there, too. Just couldn't quite knock it down, but how about that? And all of a sudden, how things have completely turned for Gardiner.
Incredible. What an incredible turnaround. And the time of that goal, 8:03. And Chasen scores on a penalty shot to make it 2-1 Gardiner. There is a timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. 5:57 to go. In regulation, the penalty shot by Chasen gives Gardiner the lead. The score, Gardiner 2 and Lawrence 1. You're watching and listening to high school field hockey on The Score.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, back here after the timeout. 5:57 to go in regulation. That timeout comes after Brindley Chasen scores her second goal of the game, this one on a penalty shot. And Gardiner leads it here by a score of 2-1. By the way, the ambulance that goaltender Avery Kroll was put into is still here as they look her over inside that ambulance. And one thing I think they're going to try to do is warm her up, is for sure. All right, here's Battis off the start. Lawrence down for the first time tonight. They were ahead 1-0 for a long time. It was tied 1-1. No longer after the Chasen penalty shot. Here's Sousa. Midfield, Gardiner has found its game here in the second half. It was lost in the first. And they have dominated here after Lawrence had 8 penalty corners to their 1 in the first half. Here in the second half, 10 penalty corners alone for the Gardiner Tigers. Just an extraordinary turnaround.
10-1, just completely reversed. I think really, again, as things stand, Sousa, again, another bagel of a statistical night, as we've covered. Apparently we're bad luck for her. But she has been so big, I think, in helping maintain the possession and really creating the transition opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, maintaining possession, but also advancing the ball, whether it's by a long shot or her ability to lug it up.
Yep.
I mean, she can really carry that ball. She's really, really good at getting out of the zone with her great speed and her ball handling skills. Here's Chasen, who's been nothing but a thorn in the side of Lawrence tonight. Slides it. That one is blocked. Niles got back into the play. Niles tried to go to Carter. Niles ends up sliding it through, but it's taken right back by Swindles. It's going to be a restart here back in the zone for Lawrence. Niles realizing she's got to hustle, 4.5 to go. Niles over midfield. Chasen comes up with it. Chasen gets it over midfield. A race for it down below us, and that is out. It's going to be a Lawrence ball. That one's blocked by Swindles. Good defense. Swindles trying to get it ahead to Evie Kochmeyer. Just in the game, wearing number 15. Now Gardiner steals. They try to advance it to Swindles. It's going to be a restart for the Tigers.
Just seemed like all of a sudden, too, Gardner's just faster to everything. They're just a step quicker.
Everything changed. A complete 180. Here's Sousa. Sousa, right side. Gardiner looking for an insurance goal here, ahead 2-1. At the bare minimum here, you're keeping it away from Lawrence and eating up precious time on the clock. Lawrence trying to get it out far side. That's Niles. Niles up the middle. It's whacked ahead. It's going to roll all the way, and Turgeon will just watch it harmlessly roll by.
That was the most casual watch, too, wasn't it? That thing started to slow down a little bit.
She looked pretty cool, calm, and collected for a youngster there, a freshman. Pinch hitting here for Avery Kroll.
Credit to her, because I can imagine I'm in the situation, you're a true freshman in a monster game. I don't know if I hear anything initially over my own heartbeat.
Yeah, it's a big game, and you come in the fourth quarter against a good team with a great goal scorer like Maddie Niles. But so far, the Gardiner offense has been superb, and the best defense is a good offense. In a lot of cases, this one rolls ahead. Kochmeyer tries to go in. She got blindsided, and the play was broken up. All right, Gardiner sticks with it, though. Tigers retain possession. Swindles cleared it up. It went off a stick, and now we're going to get a restart.
Yeah.
All right, a restart at the 20. It'll be Sousa. Sousa, good stick handle. Sousa goes in, looks for a deflection. No deflection there, just a lot of white jerseys, and it's cleared up by Lawrence Niles. Niles trying to break. Niles slowed down by Chasen. Niles has some room. Niles right side, coming down to 2 minutes to go, 2:10. Niles to the middle. Ahead of the pack there. Lawrence trying to get control of it for the Bulldogs. Natalie Pelletier. It is not in the circle. It's cleared up by Tara Nichols. Nichols, as that ambulance leaves, 2 minutes to go. A restart here for the Gardiner Tigers, trying to hang on. Down 3 players now. Taylor Hebert wasn't even in the lineup tonight because she is sick. Then Zoe Sullivan-Brennan went down with a head injury. And then goaltender Avery Kroll got sick. So they're down 3 starters, and they're trying to hang on. And they've gotten a yeoman performance from this young woman right here, Brynlee Chasen, who's got both of their goals. She clears it out. Right side for McGee. McGee battling for it over there with Jai Ko. Ko fired it up. Lawrence trying to turn up the heat. Chasen, though, comes away with it at midfield. Down to a minute. Or a minute 10, excuse me. It is a Gardiner ball far side. And the Tigers are a minute away from a great come-from-behind victory, shorthanded. They go back in the zone. Now it's slid over midfield. And now Gardiner, basically a game of keep away here. You get it in deep, and you can finish this game off.
That's a good person right there to have for a game of keep away.
She's great at it. Look at Gabby Sousa. Hasn't scored, but she does a lot of other things, including lug the ball like that. All right, at the 25-yard line.
Penalty corner.
A penalty corner, so this one's going to be in the books. 25 seconds.
Yeah,
and Gardiner with their 5th penalty corner of the period.
Yeah, I mean, you're Gardiner. No rush to start this.
Nope.
And, I mean, I think I'm just one pass. Pass to Sousa, hammer it. Like, I mean, if it goes out of bounds, great.
Yep, 10 seconds. Lawrence needing to get a player into the cage, and it's just not going to happen. All right, here's the pass to Sousa. The clock runs out. The shot is in! And I think it was Chasen again.
It was.
So Brynlee Chasen at the horn finishes off Lawrence and finishes off her hat trick as she scores at the horn. And that will make the final score in this one. The Gardiner Tigers 3 and the Lawrence Bulldogs 1. Our post-game show and our score player of the game, who's that going to be? That's all coming up after this on The Score.
At High Chevrolet in Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Haight Chevy. Haight Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Haight family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a biweekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835, 465-4835, or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight back here at Veterans Field in Oakland. First of all, our fourth quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. In the fourth quarter, there were 2 goals scored. They were both scored by Brindley Chasen. She scored on a penalty shot to give Gardiner the lead, 2-1. Here you go right here as Chasen tees it up. And Stewart guessed properly, but just not quick enough to get over there and get it. So that broke the tie. And here off or is this the penalty corner?
No, yeah that's the.
All right, so this is the second goal, the Hattie goal for Brindley Chasen off a penalty corner. It came as time expired. It gave Gardiner the final score here of 3-1, and it gave Chasen a hat trick on the night as we wrap up our fourth quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan. The complexion of a game, rarely do we see it change so starkly as we did in this one, but man, did we ever see it. Lawrence was dominating this game. They were in control of this game.
Yes.
They led 1-0. Even after it was tied for a bit 1-1, they were still playing really well. Then all of a sudden, whatever clicked for Gardiner clicked, and they dominated this game the rest of the way, and Chasen was unstoppable tonight. By the way, Sousa with an assist on that third goal.
The last one. Yeah, again, I think it's encapsulated well when you look at the penalty corners. 8-1 advantage for Lawrence in the first half, and to your point, I mean, I think you said specifically, if you're Gardiner, about 30, 45 seconds left in the second quarter, they got to reset. Gardiner kind of just hit it down and got out of the half. But you're like, you're just trying to get out of this half and stay 1-0. And they did. And then for whatever reason, Lawrence took a step back, or Gardiner just found themselves, came out sluggish because of the late start, completely inverted for the second half. Gardiner came out and just blitzed Lawrence. They had a 6-1 advantage penalty corners in the third quarter, which they scored the tying goal. They had a 5-0 advantage in the fourth, which draws the penalty shot, which they chase on then makes. They end on a penalty corner, which they score on. So they score on 3 penalty corners and just blitz them. And I think as well, to their point, is we unfortunately had a delay in this one, and we're just trying to keep everybody updated on what was going on. I think the resilience for Gardiner too. Both teams play. It's tough for both of them when you have ZSB go down for a stretch. She goes off to the sideline with a head injury. Kroll collapses for Gardiner. Ambulance comes for both of them. Gardiner to maintain that edge and still just be able to close it out, I think shows, again, 2 great teams, but shows the mental toughness of the Tigers.
Penalty shots in the first half, 8-1 in favor of Lawrence, and then it finishes 12-9 in favor of Gardiner. Just a remarkable transformation of this game being dominated by one side, and then all of a sudden it was dominated by the other side, and the other side dominated by the play of Brittany Chasen.
Yeah, 100%, but I think to your point, you made the point in the pregame, right, about how good field hockey is in Central Maine. Coney gets up on Belfast, and then all of a sudden Belfast puts on another gear and crushes them in the second half, and they win the game. Same thing here. Just, again, you're not playing your toughest or whatever. I mean, there's a ton of good field hockey teams in this area. You got to play for 60 minutes.
You sure do, and to the surprise of no one, Brindley Chasen is our score player of the game. She wins the Flagship Cinemas swag bag. Flagship Cinemas, consistent pricing and a premium cinema experience. That swag bag from Central Maine Community College includes a ticket to go to the movies to Flagship Cinemas. Also, it has the score player of the game keychain and a score T-shirt. So congratulations to Brindley Chasen of the Gardiner Tigers, tonight's Flagship Cinemas score player of the game.
Here you see this is the penalty shot as we were trying to sort out what the delay was, and that's what it was. Mike's talking right now that they're going to get a penalty shot, which you're going to see momentarily. But, man, field hockey in Central Maine is really good.
It's a darn fine thing, isn't it? Watch this penalty shot again, and you can see Stewart guess right. She went the right way,
Just perfect placement.
Speed kills, and that shot had a lot on it, that's for sure. So a great night for Brindley Chason. We certainly wish the best to ZSB and also to Avery Kroll as well. Hopefully there are happy endings coming about those two girls right there. So that's going to do it for us here tonight for the Whole Score crew. For AJ Knight, I'm Mike Violet saying good night from Veterans Field in Oakland. A great night, a great comeback for the Gardiner Tigers. Final score here tonight, the Gardiner Tigers 3 and the Lawrence Bulldogs 1.
You've been watching yet another live local broadcast of high school sports on The Score. It's brought to you by Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Hammond Lumber Company, Midstate Machine, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service, Assistance Plus, SBS Carbon Copy, Manchester Motors, Casella Waste, Computer Improvements, Height Chevrolet, 201 Service Skowhegan, Connected Credit Union, KVFCU, Skowhegan Savings Bank, Skowhegan Tire Center, KMD Driving School, and Flagship Cinemas. Every game we do on The Score is always available for you to watch again or have someone else watch for the first time. All of our games are stored in the vault at CentralMaineSports.com and also on The Score's YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. Please go and subscribe. To find out when the next game is on The Score, check out our game schedule at 1160thescore.com or CentralMaineSports.com. Your team from your town plays here on The Place for